Alright guys, on the last video, I showed how I incorrectly solved this using for loops. I made it work, but I didn't follow the instructions. Instructions stated, draw a wall of circles one at a time. I did not do one at a time. I did it all at once. Now, here's the deal. What I did was, to help for timing, I wrote some notes down, because I'm going to redo draw circle. I put the other code down here, code that worked, code that incorrectly worked. And my computer is experiencing some delays. We need to turn off some processes here. Alright, I'm going to turn off the zoom actually. I got a zoom running. Sorry, Casey. I got to turn off the zoom. Alright, that'll help me. Alright, cool. So that didn't work. I mean, it worked, but it's not how they wanted. I can't draw it one at a time. So here's what I need. I need a counter. I need some kind of counter, right? The counter has to, when the counter is even, it's going to be black. When the counter is odd, it's going to be red. Now, I did that down here with the eyes, right? So we can still use that same thing, divide by 2, right? I need an increasing X position counter until the positioning is greater than the width of that. Because once it hits greater than the width, it's going to reset its X position, add on, reset its X position to the radius. So the X position has to be increasing for every counter, right? And I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that just yet. But we'll see, right? So, yeah, we'll see. I can't use an I loop. I can't use fours. So let's start with what we know, right? We have to draw a circle. We know we have to draw a circle. So let's do that. Same thing that we did down here. Let me just copy that code actually, since I've already made it once. Of the circle, of the radius. I need a counter. So it's going to call it I. Let's put the counter out here. And let's set it to 0. That counter is going to increase. And every time we draw a circle, we're going to increase its count. Count plus plus. All right. Counter 0. Count has to be 1. So on the first count, we'll just do that here. Boom. Let's go through. Oh. So this is going to be our. We're going to take care of this first. We're going to take care of our setting the colors. If the count is it count or counter? The counter. And my computer's slow. Is divisible by 2 equals. Then we're going to set the color. We're going to use what we already put down here. This is this one right here, set color red. Let's just copy this, actually. I don't know why I just didn't do that in the first place. God, my computer's slow right now. Why is it so slow? Turn off all the process that I got going on. That's just so slow. Alright. I don't like counter. I like count. I'm gonna save this and refresh it. There we go. Much better, much better. Alright, if the count is 0, I need a counter. I have my counter. I'm gonna put this over. If the count is equal to 0, I'm gonna color red, else color black. Okay, cool. So we took care of that. We need to set its position. So what's its initial x? That's equal to its radius, and its initial y position is also equal to its radius. Then I need a circle dot set position x and y. Its initial x and its that's gonna be related to its count. You know what we can do, right? Right? Check this out, check this out. Variable x, we haven't defined it yet, equals radius, right? Variable y equals radius, right? We set the position of the circle at x and y. When it counts, plus plus, what we need to do, oh, check this out. What I'm thinking is every time it iterates, right below, like after it adds that circle, right? Add the circle, capital lowercase c. What we need to do then is take its x plus equal another radius, 2 times radius. And its y stays the same. We don't have to change its y, right? Then if, oh, I got it. I figured it out. Once it hits right here, we're gonna focus on this. Right? Here's what we're gonna do. Once it becomes so if right here, once its x position is greater than get width, if x greater than get width, we're going to do the following. We're going to reset its x equal to its radius. Then we're going to take the y and then add 2 times the radius. Right. It'll reset it. And then add 2 times. We just took care of that. My code is coming together. Okay. I don't know if this is right yet, though. We create a circle, increase our count. Count is not divisible by 1 or 0, or if it's odd, red, even, it's blue or black. Cool. Create the X. Maybe I need to do that out here. I'll do that out here. Okay. Set its position to X and Y. We created it on the outside. It's its radius. We add the circle every time. No. Yeah. We add the circle at that. First we're at it at that particular position. Then we increase its radius. It'll do it again. Another radius. Do it again. Another radius. Okay. I think we are close. How do I know to stop? Okay. If the right, this has to be related to the y. If the y is greater than get height, then we can stop it. That's right. Function. Draw a circle. Okay. What? No, it's not draw a crickle. Oh my god. All right. So, figured it out. The pseudocode was it might be worth it, guys, to make pseudocode first. Because if I didn't have that pseudocode, I wouldn't have my mindset right. So I said I have to have a counter. When the counter is even, it makes it black. When the counter is odd, it makes it red. So there's my if statement. If the count's even, make it red. If the count's odd, make it black. I made a count equal to 0, and every time it makes a new circle, it increases the count. Right? So add circle, or make a circle, increase the count. If it's odd or even, color it. Then I gave it a position. I made an initial position. I added it. And then I said on the next one, it's going to have the next radius. Or the next X position. Then I used an if function. And it would recreate that one. And my question in my brain was, how do I know it's going to stop? I know it's going to stop when its X position on this last one would be greater than the entire width of this window. When that happened, it's going to reset its X position and then increase its and then change to the next row. And how do I know that? Well, because I've already made the first row. So the next row is an additional 2 radius from the next one. And then I looped it. And then how do I know it ends? When the last row is beyond the width of the screen, or the height of the screen. So, that one is now done. Thank God. I'm going to go ahead and keep working. So, I don't know which one is next. Hotspot ball. I'm going to go ahead and start it, but I might not finish it. Okay, so it has a timer. On the color. Is it? Oh, and they already give you code.
Yeah.
Oh. So that's a starting position. No, its starting position is 100, 100, which is at somewhere. They add the ball, they set a timer, they drew it, check walls, and they moved it from D. Okay, so that's its initial movement. That's like its initial starting, like where it goes to. Oh, so I can change, but it doesn't matter. I can change that to anything, and it's still going to bounce anywhere. Then it calls upon the. This says calls upon this every 20 seconds. This says check walls. If the x position of the wall plus the radius is greater than the get width, change its x position. So this is basically if it bounces off the right. Oh, it says right here. It bounces off the left, bounces off the bottom. Cool. So then I just have to change its color, basically. So all it has to do, so if it's on the left side, it's blue. If it's on the right side, it's green. So then I could put that inside the draw function. Like I could make it anything. But if it's continuously checking it in here. Change color. So we're gonna create a function called change color. Okay, so if on left side what's my object? Ball that set color. What's it on the it's on the left, it should be blue. Else is that green? You said? And now we just have to figure out a way to say, all right, so left side is half of the entire screen. If X position is less than get width divided by 2. X. Here we go. Oh no! Got it. Hey, that was easy. So there's a trace function somewhere. After it does what? So every time it changes X or Y, you have to increase a count. So you're gonna have to put it up here. Every time it changes, you're gonna have to change its count. I know that. All right, so I know you guys are like, how do you know this already? Because you can't really hear the background noise, but one of my students just told me that after you said 20 bounces, I think after 20 bounces, it's supposed to stop, which means that there has to be a count. So every time it bounces, you're gonna have to make a count. So we're gonna have to make an initial count variable equal to 0. And then down here, I'm gonna make some pseudocode. If count equals 20, stop timer of the trace. I don't know what we're gonna call it. I'll try this by drawing a smaller circle of different color at the location of the ball every time the ball. What? Make. You can do this by drawing a smaller circle. So. Okay, we're going to draw a smaller circle. But that actually has to be above the dx and the dy. He's my TA. So you just want to hang out is what you're saying? You're just trying to hang out? Hang out then. I'm recording and drawing circles. Getting pretty good at this code. Radius smaller. It says it has to be a smaller radius. Let's check the. Oh, all move. So it's moving. Bounce. So it needs to draw it wherever its current position is. And that's going to be at its current X and its current Y. How do we get those? I'm not entirely sure yet. I think we're going to use this because we can get its position there. The color. What color is that? Add circle. Okay, this seems too simple. We're gonna draw a circle. The rest of it's already been done for us. Oh, we still have to do the pseudocode at the bottom. The whole thing has to stop. Bounces off the wall. Right, we're gonna put that here because if it bounces off the wall, if the count stop the trace. Oh, draw smaller. No, we're just gonna stop the ball. The ball, check the walls. We're gonna stop this function. We're gonna stop the entire draw function. Everything we're doing needs to stop. Max bounces. Mean that max bounces is 20, so we actually have to set that equal to max bounces. Now, if I want to change that in the future, just change it to 1 spot instead of 2 spots. Okay. So I said while you're drawing this ball, draw a smaller circle. So this smaller circle is going to be a new circle, right? I don't know how I just put radius smaller in here just as like a pseudocode type of thing. I know that wherever this circle is, I'm gonna just have to, it says draw a circle, right? With it, that's a smaller circle. So I was like, if you just saw, I put pseudocode in here. I put where its current position is in the X and wherever its current position is in the Y. Right. And I don't know how to get it, but down here, I think this right here tells you its current X position. So I'm just using what the code's already given me, ball.getX, ball.getY. I just have to do radius smaller, and I think I'm just gonna do like, I don't see a radius in here anywhere. This says 20, right? So it could be anything, right? So I was like maybe 15 or something. And I don't even know if I'm right, but I do know that something else that drew my attention was this whole animation stops. The whole thing stops, right? Right, no, I got that, but the question was, where do I place that if function? So I'm thinking that I have to place it inside of the bouncing check walls because the draw function references the check walls function. And the check walls function will say stop it once the count goes up, because this is where the count happens. The count's not happening anywhere else outside of the check walls function. Right. Yeah, I don't like the size of it, though. I mean, it definitely works. It looks good. You said you did 10? That looks way closer. So I got it. And that's it. That's 4.1 to 4.4. And I can upload the rest of this video. So you guys saw my thought process and everything. So I hope it works. Peace out, guys.